How you doing? How you doing? This is the Chris Williams Show. I'm blessed and I'm elated to have you here. Today, we have Aveon Smith, former Miami of Ohio, Mac MVP of the championship versus Toledo. Man, it's a blessing. I'm elated. Thank you.
Hey man, no problem. It's good to be here.
Yeah. So, man, Miami of Ohio has had the most winning seasons this season. And how did y'all get there? What was the process and what um how did y'all put the work in to get there?
Yeah, I mean fall camp over the summer, spring ball, all that stuff. We had a lot of new transfers, so it was important to be on the same wavelength as a team. We had a lot of good guys, key contributors to the team. We had a great defense, great special teams. A little switch in the offense with our head coach was calling the plays. Former offensive coordinator had went to go to Minnesota, so it was just something we all had to be on the same page for, and we worked hard in the off season and the during camp, all that stuff. It correlated to the champion getting to the championship game for sure.
So, man, during the MAC championship game, y'all were in a nail biter versus Toledo. It was close to the end of the fourth quarter where y'all got everything going. So,
Right.
through what was going through your mind in the championship and coming to a close uh, during the game?
4 minute offense. We work on it
Mm.
a lot. So just being able to take what the defense gives us and run the clock out. Make sure we take care of the ball. That was the main thing. No turnovers. We couldn't turn the ball over at that crucial time of the game. So us taking care of the ball, running the clock out, and put some points on the board to put them in a tougher position for sure.
Do you feel like because y'all won the championship that you have stamped a part of your legacy that will be immortalized at Miami of Ohio?
For sure. I feel like I did a lot of great things, something I could have did better, but winning the MAC championship was something that was huge for them, and I'm happy I was able to do it with my teammates at the time and coaches. Worked hard day in and day out to get to that place. So it was good to be able to finish it off on top.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I watched the game, man. And I was just thoroughly impressed. Like
Right.
because like during the interview of the MAC championship, man, you were humble. You weren't
Right.
bold, and I really like that about you, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, man, going into back in the day, 2019, 2020, you were a three-star, man. So you had offers from Albany, South Carolina State, and Army. So why Miami of Ohio? Was it because of the family atmosphere? Was it close to home? Or is just you just felt like this was the place to be where you can actually have a career and make a legacy?
Yeah, it was between Coastal and Miami at the time in high school. And Coastal kind of got on me late when I was really interested in Coastal, like my junior, sophomore year, and they weren't really showing me that much interest. And then once I started playing, my senior year and everything, they kind of, started to recruit me hard. But I was already committed to Miami, so it was it was just like you said, the family, and I like the coaches, and I like the facilities. I went to meet a lot of the different players that was there at the time, so I thought it was felt like more like a home for me than anywhere else.
Hmm. You feel like because that you were a three-star, not a four-star, not a five-star, that you were overlooked in the way from other schools like the LSU's or states.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of thought that way in high school, but you get to a point where you grow and you see the game and you see it differently and what people are looking for and it's different now with the portal and everything. But like, yeah, 5 star, 4 stars, it don't really matter. Like, we all play ball at a young age, and the people that's giving out those stars is a lot of them never played football before,
Yeah,
so I don't really like to look at that.
yeah, and number just keep on adding to that, bro. I just feel like it's a lot of people. Just like look at broadcast and Mel Kiper. The man never played football, man. And then it's just
Right.
like You're making all these ratings of where the
Yeah.
quarterback career or the running back, whatever position that they're
Mhm.
go in the draft. Oh, they're gonna be a bust, but they're not a bust.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. It's like, man, put on some pads
Mhm.
and prove to me that you can play football.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you gotta understand too. Like people like that, they get paid, to have different type of opinions and questionable things. Like it's a lot of people like you don't like it, but you're tuned in to watch. So that really plays a role in what they say and what they don't say in certain things. Sometimes they don't even believe that stuff, man. That's just all that's for the media.
Yeah, and also, like recently, like talking about Cam Newton's situation. When he was talking about game managers, game changers,
Hmm.
like they disrespected this man, and I
Yeah,
was,
like
and
he didn't take his team to the Super Bowl.
yeah, now
Yeah,
never you never put on a helmet. You never
yeah.
experience what the mental aspects of a player has to go through in order to play a barbaric sport like football.
Hmm.
It's just crazy, man, how they have delusion. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
man. It's like you study a game, but it's like you studying a certain profession. Like I'm talking about doctors all the time, but you
Yeah.
don't know nothing the doctor has to go through to do his surgeries and do his procedures. You know what I mean? It's like
Mm.
it's wild.
Yeah, man. It's just like you have to just prove those people wrong. You're like, oh, okay. Okay, he can play football. Okay, he
Yeah,
can be a wide receiver.
yeah, yeah.
So man, what motivates you every day to strive to become the man that you are today?
I mean, myself, I'm my only motivation. Like I just feel like I don't like to listen to the outside guys because I'm so hard on myself to prove myself right that I can be where I want to be. Make it to the NFL or start um start at a Division 1 university and take them to a championship and do all the things and goals and aspirations that I have. I feel like I gotta prove myself right in it. It's not even about anybody else. My family as well. They motivate me. I make sure everybody in living comfortable for the rest of their life. I got a
Yeah,
little brother. I got two little brothers, man. Like I want to make sure I can show them they can do anything they put their mind to.
yeah, man. But I feel like also, man, that's a problem in today's society. We
Right.
always at comparing each other's lives, basically.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's like everybody, God has everybody on their own path, their own journey, like the
Right.
like the book, right?
Mhm.
Everything that God has put in your life, that's happening in your life, is for a reason. So you can't just look at the other man and look at their life, but it's like their purpose. Your purpose
Right.
is to show people God's glory through football, right?
Mhm.
My my job is to show people Jesus through podcast, you know.
Mhm.
So it's different ways that God uses you for His glory. You can't really compare anybody or your life.
Right. Right.
Yeah, man. So it's just if you just stay focused on God, man, and you just let Him lead you where you're gonna go, you're gonna be all right.
For sure.
Yeah. So, bro, if there was any other sport that you wanted to play, what would it be and why?
Probably baseball because I see how much they getting paid, man.
Yeah.
Seen
Even
that dude to that dude for Japan. He had got paid like 700 million.
yes.
Yeah, man. I just if I could go back in time, I most definitely play baseball. I had an opportunity to go play too, at a young age, but I wasn't interested, so I didn't really give it a time of the day. But if I would have known what I know now, oh yeah, I'd have been working on baseball.
So like, okay. Say like during your NFL career, right? You played 7 years, right?
Mhm.
No, you won the Super Bowl, had an MVP, and you're satisfied with your career thus far, and the MLB calls you. Would you give that opportunity a try like Deion Sanders did or Michael Jordan did?
Probably not, man, because them boys played baseball. They had the background and everything, whether it was in college or whether it was in high school. Them
Mhm.
boys played ball, so I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't go out there and embarrass myself. I ain't gonna lie. I leave my legacy where it is. and go ahead and do what I need to do. I ain't gonna turn into no Tim Tebow and
Oh no.
playing, playing major league, minor league baseball. You know, I think I'm gonna just hang it up and probably, get on your path, start broadcasting.
Hey man, shit, you should do it, man. Because I've been doing podcasts for like 3 years, and now I'm commentating on a sports show called Cities on the Clock. So it's
Oh,
like,
that's what's up. That's what's up.
yeah, man, it's like everything is just adding up, man. I'm just,
Hmm.
yeah,
That's good.
man. If there was any legend that you wanted to play with, who would that be and why?
Well, I grew up, an Eagles fan. I'm watching Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson and all those guys. Um, I feel like if I had somebody right now to play with or throw the ball to, it'd probably be Tyreek Hill, just because of how fast he is, man. How fast he gets separation, how quick he
Yeah,
get open. So like, I feel like playing with a player like him, man, that'd be crazy. And playing with like an O line, like how the Eagles got with Landon Dickerson and Lane Johnson, Cam Jurgens,
Kel-
Jordan Malata, all those guys, Jason Kelsey. I feel like, man, that would be amazing. Like Jalen Hurts is in a great position right now. He got the weapons, he got the O line. They just got to get it together, man. I hate seeing the Eagles lose.
bro. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like with the Eagles, man, it's like earlier before, man, they were winning and blowing people out, but then now it's just like Jalen Hurts got the flu. Now they're losing by 30 or
Mm-hmm.
points. And I'm just like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Head
like,
got
man,
too big, man. They gotta stay humble. Head got too big.
I'm not gonna say his head got too big, bro, because
It's
I'm
not him.
like,
It's not him. It's the head. It's the coaches, man.
mm,
They stuck in their own ways. The coaches. Nick Sirianni, he not a humble guy, man. He
mm-mm,
not. He not a humble guy. So they got to figure it out as coaches. Like the players, they get paid to do what they do, but the coaches got to figure it out what they need to do in order to succeed. Put everybody in the positions to succeed.
mm.
That's
But,
really what the
yeah,
coaches go. That's their job.
but I feel like I remember with the Nick Sirianni, he was like expletive something something like Chiefs, we owned you or something. And
Yeah, he's
like
tripping.
and after that moment that he said it, they just went on like a 4 game losing streak after that.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
really should have
yeah.
lost to the Bills.
Mhm. But it always matters to be humble in anything, bro. Because I
Right.
mean, easily taken away.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, bro. So do you think like as the transfer portal, they have like at least 1,000 players? Do you feel like the transfer portal is ruining or helping college football develop players who haven't started a college game or who are part of um, the spring game basically?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's gonna be tough for a lot of high school guys to find homes.
Yeah.
Like around my time when I was recruited in high school, the portal wasn't really that. It wasn't that It wasn't that ideal. A lot of people wasn't hitting it just to hit it. You got guys hitting it for all kinds of reasons now. Like some people transferring just to go up. Some people transferring just to play. Other people transferring just because it's their last year and they want to go somewhere differently. It's like just granting all these guys different places, but at the same time, I give it a pass because these coaches are in the portal just like we are, man. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't think about it like that. Like coaches could up and leave at any time. Anytime they get offered a different job and get paid more money, they can go. So I feel like it's always, it's a mixture of both, but
Mhm.
it's really up to the players too to make sure they find a home where that they feel like they can get an opportunity and play right away, rather than listening to the big time schools that's telling them they're gonna pay them this amount of money. And
Yeah.
it's just all about what you want as a person. And if you want to get developed as a player, you got to make sure you go to the right place and figure out what you want to do. Whether it's D1, D2, FCS, FBS, you got
NIL.
to do what's best for you, man. Yeah, NAIA, it don't matter. Like you got to do what's best for you at the end of the day. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. I think a lot of people pride is too big to go down a level or be in FCS ball or D2 like
Yeah.
when I entered the portal, I feel like I was open ears. I was just listening to everybody. I wasn't trying to brush anybody off just because they were Division 2 or FCS or the big names that was telling me different things. Like You know, I've been in this situation before, whether it was in high school or like the portal now.
Yeah,
I just you gotta be smart. That's all I'm gonna say. You gotta be smart and figure out what you want, and make sure whoever you're talking to is trying to give you an opportunity to get what you want.
because I mean, to be honest, look at Tyreek Hill. Look at some of the
Right,
players from West
right,
Alabama, uh,
mm,
Western Colorado,
right.
places, man, and then they're in the league, man. So it doesn't matter
hmm It
what
don't matter.
size you are, as long
Yeah,
as
you
you
go
are
out there and produce, man.
like as long as you are him,
hmm
go anywhere.
Yep, yep,
But I feel like there's some politics to that because it's like, oh, he's too small. Oh, he went to West Alabama. Oh, he went to FAMU.
yeah.
Not, but it's like they don't see like the talent. They just see the school or how much money can they get out of the school or the player
hmm
or will he be a star or things like that.
For sure.
But how do we get past that and just like look at the player?
Uh, I mean, it's gonna come a point in time they're gonna find, like you said, man. God works in mysterious ways. It's
Yeah.
gonna be times where they find, they're gonna find guys, whether, they're in D2, whether they're in FCS or NAIA, they'll find the ballers. Whether it's they getting signed to a team and they showing them during training camp, or they make it's a hard they're having a hard NFL career, bouncing from practice squad to practice squad, and they got to go to the USFL or the XFL. They're gonna end up finding those guys, man. It all comes around full circle. So I think as long as everyone just keep their head down and work hard, they're gonna be able to get where they want to go eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about connections too, man. If you know a lot of people, know certain amount of people, and they put a good enough word in for you, and in certain situations, you just gotta take advantage of the situation you're blessed to be a part of.
Yeah, man. Hey, God blesses you with those connections. Say, because
hmm
I'm a mass comm major. I do sports broadcasting as well, and it's like people that are close to me, like my brother does. He's really my god brother, but he's my brother. But my brother does. He's a mass communications major as well, and he's in Atlanta. He's working too. So it's like, man, it's a blessing when people can actually, your own family members can put you on, and then it's like after college, you're in it.
Yeah, man. Hey, speaking of people from Atlanta, I know a broadcaster from Atlanta. His name Terrence Moore. I'm gonna give you his contact information so you can reach out to him because he
Too.
a good dude and he really up in the food chains and broadcasting. So I could put you on with him. See, he has the connection right there.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, man. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So say, man, okay, say this is like 5 years, right?
hmm
All right. You go undrafted.
Right.
Not saying that you will go undrafted, but just picture it, right?
Yeah.
And the Dolphins call you, and you're like, okay, we cut you. But now you have to go to Canada. Now you have to go to Japan, right?
hmm
Or Arena League for like 3 years. Would you do that or just stay in the gym and wait until your opportunity comes?
Yeah, that's a tough one because I feel like situations like that, you got to do what's best for you. Whether it's like it depends on what my money look like. If it's something in the arena league that's gonna pay me right then and there, then I do is go out there and compete. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. But if it's a situation where I already got a job or I got something lined up with me wherever I'm at, and
Mm,
I can go ahead and work, I'll go ahead and work, man. Still stay in the gym just in case I get that call. Keep in touch with my agent. But yeah, man, at that time, that particular that particular scenario, I feel like I just do whatever is best for me. Whether if I'm low on funds and you go ahead and get a job and start working, and I do that. I ain't never been the type to just feel like I have to make it to the NFL. Like if it don't work out, man, like by all means, like if I know I gave it my all, I'm fine with going ahead and getting a job and doing what I need to do for my family.
mm. So it's just having of not contentment, but having a sense of just okay, like Jeremiah 29:11 says, The plans I have for you declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not harm you, but give you
Right.
hope. So basically, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like anything in life, man, hey, it doesn't work out, man. But before you were even born, God had a plan. So
Right.
like, okay, say if God forbid, okay, say if broadcasting don't work out, and he's calling me the minister to do motivational speaking, I gotta take that call, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, hey, this is something that would cause me, it will give me purpose. Not saying that podcasting doesn't give me purpose, but sometimes things close in order for you to pick up something greater, in order for you to bring others to Christ and to impact your life as well.
Right. Right.
Yeah, man. So it's just, it's an amazing thing. So man,
It is.
you're from let me get this right. You're from Lexington, South Carolina.
Right.
I was right. Okay, good. So man, you had an offer from South Carolina State, you know. Why not South Carolina State? I just want to get your thoughts.
Um. Well, with South Carolina State, well, I had an offer from them again when I hit the portal. The first time when I got offered by them, they had a guy, a quarterback, um, Corey
Yep.
Fields, and I felt like at the time like that was their guy. He was a senior at the time or a junior, and he ended up staying, and they won a Celebration Bowl not the following year, but the year afterwards. So I felt like they already had a guy that was with Miami, they didn't have Miami and Coastal. They didn't have any quarterbacks. It was up for like competition, so they say. But once I got to Miami, the starter was a freshman. While I was in high school playing my senior year, he was starting his freshman year, and he ended up being the guy the last 4 years. So it was tough. And the same with Coastal. Coastal didn't have a starter, and then they ended up starting Grayson McCall, and he had a lot of success in the Sun
Yeah.
Belt.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just trying to put it in perspective of who had starting quarterbacks at the time and who was like really looking for guys to compete for the starting job at the time. So that's really what it all about boiled down to coming out of high school. In the portal, it was between A&M and State, and I felt like State had a brand new coach staff, so everybody was gonna be starting from scratch. And a lot of those guys, man, I respect them. I feel like they're gonna do big things over at State, but at A&M, I just felt like the coaches and everybody, around, in the city itself of Huntsville, it was just something, I couldn't pass away. I couldn't pass up. So, I'm taking that chance, going to A&M, and I really feel like we can run a SWAC.
Yeah.
It was really SWAC or MEAC. They both was Bulldogs, so I was gonna be a Bulldog regardless.
Yeah. Because a lot of times, God works in mysterious ways, like you said before. Sometimes He closes that door, or sometimes He
Hmm.
closes that opportunity, because
Right,
something good might not be on the other side.
right,
You
right.
might have a bad coach, right?
Hmm.
You might have a toxic coach. You might have toxic teammates, and God protected you from that.
Hmm.
But then it's just like it's a blessing in disguise, man, when things don't work out.
Right.
You're like, okay, God, that was you, man.
Hmm.
And everything just works out, man. And I wish you much success.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. So your coach, man, after the game, man, all of your teammates hugged your coach. What does your coach mean to you?
At Miami,
Yeah, Miami of Ohio.
yeah, he was a great coach, man. He just uh like mentally, he's very smart. Football knowledge. He's tough. He knows what to do in all the different situations. In football games. So it's good to have him around and have him coaching you and talking you up, whether he's yelling at you or you know congratulating you or praising you for what you did right. He just always puts everybody in position to succeed, and that's just so good about him. It's hard to say anything negative about him because he's so hands on with everything. He tries to make sure he tries to make sure everything's right. A lot of head coaches just let the position coaches deal with certain things, and he's always the first one in there making sure everything's right and corrected. So
Mhm.
yeah, man, he's a great coach. Like a lot of those guys respect him because he just did so much for that program. So yeah, man, he's a great coach.
You feel like the camaraderie that players have with coaches is important, but also because you know some coaches are there for. Oh, you good? You good? You can hear me? You can hear me, bro? You can hear me? Yeah, your volume's kind of down. Wait, how about you come back out and then come back in? I'm gonna bring you back in. What's that? Wait, how about you come back out, like get off the stream and then come back in? All right, bro. All right, guys, we have some technical difficulties, but yeah, guys, this thank you all for being on the stream. I am Christopher Dylan Williams, mass communication and sports broadcasting major as well. And I'll be doing the podcast for 3 years, and yeah, it's only the beginning. And I'm also on Sydney's on the Clock Sports broadcast as well. Okay, Abe's back, bro.
Yep.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so what I was talking about before, because you know, back in 2022 with Lincoln Riley going to not telling his players um, that he's going to go to USC. Do you think it's important for a coach to have that camaraderie and the love for the players, and not just out for the money grab and the um, yeah, the money?
I wouldn't say that either because NCAA they got rules. So if you got a job, if you signing a deal with somebody, you're not supposed to go out and tell them until it's a done deal. You're not. It's against the rules, the regulations that the NCAA have. So what he did was, I mean, it seemed unfair, but it wasn't ideal. Like you can't do that as a coach. So it's tough to be put in that situation. I don't fault anybody that does that either because at the same time, yeah, you making so and so amount at Oklahoma, but you getting a chance, you getting the opportunity to make say double, wherever you making at a different place they offering more and you can do the same thing there. So how could you pass that up? And with Lincoln Riley, a lot of people don't realize he brought majority of those players that he had at Oklahoma with him to USC.
Yeah,
So a lot of people may feel some type of way about it. I don't really think it's that big of a deal because if they was put in their shoes, they would do the same thing.
yeah,
So you telling me if you was coaching somewhere and another place offered you double or triple amount of money more, you wouldn't go ahead and take that? You
shit,
gotta do what's best for you and your family, man. Yeah. You gotta do what's best for you and your family at the end of the day.
I mean, to be honest, you never know what the coach is going through, man. Maybe a bad
Right.
situation, man, and
Right.
shit, and God can just bless them. Hey, with that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. So do you think Miami of Ohio is coaching you and quarterback you? Because you know the great Ben Roethlisberger was there. You were there.
Right.
Other quarterbacks of Miami, Ohio were there.
Right.
So you think do they have like a quarterback factory going on, or is just like that's a myth?
I think it's just a great school. It's a great coach. It's known for great coaches.
Hmm.
So I'm not going to name every quarterback or every good quarterback that went by, but like if you just look at players, regardless of position that they played, a
Hmm.
lot of them were coached by very good coaches, and it really molded them to be a really really great player. If
Hmm.
that makes any sense.
It does.
They're known for being called the cradle of coaches because you got coaches like Sean McVay or John Harbaugh, and
Yep.
it's a lot of different coaches that graduated from that school and had the guidance to learn and do all types of things. Whether it was college and then later NFL, like they're known for greatness. It's a legendary, man. So it really molds players to be as great as they can be.
Hmm. But bro, man, I am blessed and elated that I'm gonna give you my contact too, man.
Yeah, I got you.
Time that you want to talk sports, man, talk faith, anything, man, you can come on the show. But
Got
before we leave, any shout outs you want to talk tell the audience?
you. Any shout outs?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I mean I appreciate you for having me. I don't really have no shout outs.
Well, man, you have a good one, bro, and Merry Christmas and God bless you and your family.
Thank you, man. Merry Christmas. Bless you too.
All right. See you
All right.
later. All
See
right.
you.
That was Aveon Smith, Mac champion, Mac MVP, humble human being. Subscribe to the channel, Chris the Method Man, but I changed my name to Chris Williams Show. But my YouTube is Chris the Method Man, Instagram Chris the Method Man, Twitter Chris the Method Man. But Jeremiah 29:11 states, "For the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not harm you, but give you hope and a prosperous future." So no matter what goes on in your life, no matter what place you are in life, God is there regardless. God bless you guys. Love you guys. God bless. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Peace.